Hello and welcome back to episode 17 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again with BK HACKEN, and we are still unbeaten in the league. We're still top, and we might well be in the Europa Conference League group stage for a second year running. So as mentioned at the start of the episode, we are still unbeaten, and if you're happy to hear that, please do leave a like down below. Comment your prediction for today's game. Are we going to win the league? Obviously, we can't do that today, but it's starting to look more and more likely as the season goes on. Please do subscribe if you're enjoying the content as well. So as you know, last time out, we lost 2-1 to Hammarby in the Swedish Cup final. However, we bounced straight back, beating Hammarby 2-0 in the league, and then Varberg's 2-1 also in the league. We then played Malmo, who obviously one of the teams in the title battle with us. We got a 0-0 draw, which we were unlucky not to win, especially as we had a penalty, which Managerial missed. But on the flip side, if you draw with your title rivals, it's not the worst case scenario when you're ahead of them. Östersunds were next, and that was a disappointing draw because they are one of the teams in a relegation battle. But we bounced back, went to Degerfors, beat them 4-0. No worries. However, Europa Conference League playoffs started, and we lost 2-0 away to Odd in the first leg, which was really disappointing. We did bounce back, beating Malmö 3-0 in the league, however, and then big bounce back when we played Odd again, and this time we beat them 3-0. Musiolic getting one, Martez getting one, and then Shaheen got the winner in extra time to send us through to the next round. In the league, again, we dropped points, this time to Kalmar with a 1-1 draw. Again, a game that we should be winning, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. We then beat Valor 2-0 in the Europa Conference League once again. That was in the third qualifying round. We then beat Västerås 1-0 in the league, and then a 3-2 win against Valor in the away leg. So, yeah, it was a very competitive game. We went 1 up, then they got equalised. We went 2-1 up, they equalised, and then in the end, Youssef won it for us. It was competitive on the night, but in the tie, it was already over by half-time, really. And then we drew 0-0 with Göteborg, which was quite disappointing. But then, we drew CSKA in Moscow in the fourth qualifying round, and I thought, that's not going to be fun. We beat them 3-0 at home. And that's what's going to be in the second half of today's episode. So potentially, we could be picking up a massive win against them, really. I don't think we should be beating them, but we did it with relative ease, to be honest. As I mentioned, in the league, we're unbeaten. We've got Drugardens today. So they're kind of on the fringes. They're in the title battle, but they're not, really in the title battle. So hopefully, we can pick up a win today. We have got a few players tired after the CSKA Moscow game, but hopefully at the very least we can keep this unbeaten record, which I'll be honest, I forgot existed. I only realised just as we came to record this. I was like, oh, that's a nice surprise. So let's hopefully keep it going. And as mentioned, the rotated side is here: Brander Horst in goal, Abels, Kazim, Hansen and Kalsays as the back four, Rapp, Loftus and Shamoon, and then Sonko on the right, Martez on the left, and Shaheen as the main man up front. Because we've kind of forgot to rest them after the game against CSKA, and yeah, we're going to need them in that second leg, I feel. So a bit of rotation, but hopefully enough to see this game out anyway. Early on, we've got a throw-in for Drugardens. It's passed around at the back, and then Koulibaly plays it across to Lofgren. He plays it forward to Ingelsson, and they're taking their time. I'm just going to make sure we are on key highlights because it seems like a very odd time for the highlight to start. Diorio heads it away, but Martez has nicked the ball after Kalsays got to it first. He plays it back to Loftus, and then to Rapp over the top. Sonko brings it down brilliantly and puts us 1-0 into the lead. A fantastic start to this game. Less than 2 minutes gone. We lead away to Drugardens in a game that could be, you could argue this is on the verge of eliminating them from the title race if we win. And Rapp with a fantastic spot for that pass and a great finish from Sonko. However, corner kick for Drugardens now goes to the far post. Koulibaly heads it, but it goes wide. Half-time, we're leading 1-0. It's been a good first half. Now, hopefully, in the second half, we can just keep this up. Free kick on the edge of the box here. Lupa stood over it, goes for the goal, and equalises for Drugardens, unfortunately. They're back on level terms. It was a good free kick, in fairness. And, yeah, we've got 40 minutes, 35 minutes, I should say, just to, see this game out. Hopefully, a draw would be fine for me. And the first change is going to come in with Lostfist coming off for Egnell. And then Egnell can become the Mazzala in midfield. Free kick here is the Bells who stood over the ball, plays it short to Egnell, and then inside to Rap. Shamoon plays the ball through to Shaheen. Oh, and that's such a poor finish. That was a one-on-one chance. Oh dear. And we're going to make changes here with Hansen coming off for Eel, and we'll also bring Milovanovic on for Shamoon in midfield. Calces throws the ball into Milovanovic. He lays it back off to Calces and back to Eel in defence. Rap plays it to Egnell. Ball over the top, trying to find Martez, but it's headed back to Rosbach, which now leads to concern that this is going to result in a attack for Drugardens. Long ball over the top. Rap deals with it though. Abels to Egnell. Back to Abels, who goes over the top, finds Shaheen, but he can't head it anywhere but to their left back. And now Stenmark to Koulibaly. Out to Loper on the right-hand side. Calces is there to block him off, but he's able to find his way backwards. Eriksson to Koulibaly. Through to, I'm not going to attempt that name, but Branderhorst denies them. And now we've got another free kick for Drugardens right on the edge of the box. Eriksson stood over it, and he's put it in the top corner. The keeper's not moved at all. I mean, yeah, at least try. What are you trying to save there? You look like you're trying, but what are you trying? And the unbeaten run of BK HACKEN is unfortunately over. It's a very annoying scenario because, we've had to rotate because of the games against CSKA Moscow. It lets everybody back into the title race as well, massively. And also, it was just quite nice having an unbeaten season up to this point. And the lineup for the game against CSKA Moscow, we've got Branderhorst in goal, a back four of Calero, Hansen, Eel, and Calces. Prizzo in the holding midfield slot, Olsen and Egnell in front of him, and then we've got Polana on the right, Martez on the left, and Moziolik as the man up front. We're 3-0 up going into this game, so you would hope we can just see this out. Adamov with a throw in here, he goes back to Cherenkov, and then Adamov on the ball again, forward to Lesovny. They exchange the ball quite nicely, but then Hansen prevents the next back pass, and we have it back with Branderhorst, who goes long towards Moziolik. Tries to nod it on, but Egnell collects it as it's cleared away. Runs through, gets a shot off, but it was a poor shot that's easy for the keeper to save. Now, another free kick for CSKA that starts from the back. Karpov on the ball. Sends it out to Mbuemo on the right-hand side. Spasic in the middle. Back to Kavara, and we're forcing the back. Martez has gone in there and nicked the ball, but Olsen with a poor pass to try and find Moziolik. Martez, again, good pressuring. But now Robertone to Guevara, and then a ball attempted over the top. Eel heads to Egnell. Polana through to Martez. Can he get the ball back into the box? To Moziolik, he can, but Moziolik hits it straight at the keeper. Robertone with a corner here for CSKA. Eel heads away very nicely though. Bohinen plays it back to Adamov, and very short highlight there. Half time, 0-0. It's still 3-0 from the first leg, which is absolutely fine by us. We'll tell them just keep going, and this is absolutely fine. If we can see out a 0-0, we're through to the group stage again. Goal kick here for Moscow as they play it out from the back. Mbuemo on the right hand side, Bohinen, and then it's over the top. Eel has missed it, and Spajic in space gets a shot off. Branderhorst makes a save. It's back into the box, but then we deal with it, and Polana collects it as it's cleared away. He goes long, but doesn't find anyone, but the highlight ends. Polana's going to come off now for Sanko on the right-hand side of the midfield because he's not really contributed to anything all game. Late on, there's a corner here. Goes to the far post, and Karpov has headed over the bar. And late on, we're going to bring Loftus on for Olsen, who's just returning from injury. And we'll also send Shaheen on for Martez on the left-hand side. And we've seen out a 0-0 draw away to CSKA Moscow, which sees us through to the group stage as a result of our 3-0 win in the first leg, which was, I still can't really believe how dominant we were. And through we go. Hopefully, we can get a good group stage draw and find our way into the knockout stages again. Obviously, if we win the league, then it's going to be start to look elsewhere time. But maybe we could hold on and see if we can have a Conference League run, depending on what jobs become available. I did actually get offered the FC20 job. However, they're sat like 10th in the Eredivisie. So I weighed it up. I was like, well, we're on for the title at the moment. 10th, not very wanted. So turned them down. And yeah, I think if we can get a league title on our CV, that'll give us a massive chance of finding a club higher up than Twente, really. So I did try to get to the Europa League Conference Group Stage draw. For some reason, it's not happened. It says it's meant to happen on the 25th of August. We're on the 2nd of September. Still nothing. So we'll come back at some point during the group stage. Maybe we'll come back at the end of the season. In fact, we did beat AAK 3-1 in the meantime. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment your prediction. Are we going to win the Swedish title this year? And subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Thank you very much for watching.